If you are over 60 and you believe that walking every single day is the very best thing you can possibly do for your body, then I want you to stop for just a moment, take a deep breath, and truly listen to what I am about to share with you right now. Because what you are about to discover in the next few minutes could completely transform the way you think about your body, your strength, your energy, your independence, and even how many healthy years you have left to enjoy. For decades, we have all been told the same thing over and over again. Walk more, take your steps, stay moving. And yes, walking is good, walking is gentle, and walking has real value. But brand new research, along with real-world results seen in thousands of older adults, now reveals something truly eye-opening. There is one simple exercise that is actually more powerful than walking for people over the age of 60. And the truth is, most seniors are not doing it at all. The remarkable thing about this one movement is that it can rebuild your fading muscles, protect and cushion your aging joints, sharpen your balance, strengthen your heart, support your brain, and dramatically lower your risk of falls, disability, and even early death. And here is the most encouraging part of all. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need expensive machines. You do not need to already be fit or flexible or strong. All you need is a few quiet minutes each day and the right guidance to do it safely. And today, that is exactly what I am going to give you, step by step. Welcome to the channel, my friend. If you are new here, this is your home for real, simple, science-backed health and fitness guidance created especially for strong, energetic, and independent living after 50 and beyond. And if you are returning once again, I want you to know how deeply grateful I am to have you back here with me today. The topic we are exploring together right now is honestly one of the most important subjects for anyone who wants to age with strength and dignity. So I truly encourage you to stay with me all the way to the very end. Because not only will I reveal the single exercise that beats walking for people over 60, but I will also show you exactly how to perform it safely, how often to do it, and how to weave it into your daily life, even if you struggle with knee pain, back stiffness, or low energy. Now let me ask you something, and I want you to answer honestly in your own heart. Do you ever feel like no matter how many times you walk around the block, your legs still feel weak, your balance still feels shaky, and your stamina simply is not what it used to be? If so, please know that you are absolutely not alone. Millions of seniors walk faithfully every single day, and yet still struggle with muscle loss, poor posture, aching joints, and constant fatigue. And the reason behind this is actually quite simple. Walking is a forward motion activity that mainly works the same limited group of muscles again and again, and it does very little to stop the natural age-related muscle loss known as sarcopenia. After the age of 60, our bodies begin losing muscle faster than we can rebuild it, unless we actively challenge those muscles with the right kind of movement. And muscle is not simply about appearance or looking strong in the mirror. Muscle is truly life itself. Muscle protects and stabilizes your joints. Muscle helps keep your blood sugar steady. Muscle supports your bones. And muscle is what allows you to move, react, respond, and live independently in your own home for as long as possible. Here is something that most people never realize. The single biggest predictor of whether you will remain independent in your 70s, your 80s, and beyond is not how much you weigh on the scale. It is not your cholesterol number. And it is not even how many steps you walk each day. Instead, it is how strong your legs are, how stable your balance is, and how quickly and confidently you can move from sitting to standing. And that brings us directly to the one exercise that is genuinely better than walking for people over 60. That exercise is the simple, powerful, and truly life-changing movement known as the chair squat. Yes, you heard me correctly. Standing up and sitting back down from a chair, when it is done the right way, is one of the most powerful and protective exercises for seniors anywhere on this planet. It may look almost too simple to matter, but the truth is that it activates the very largest muscle groups in your entire body, including your thighs, your hips, your glutes, your core, and your lower back. These are the exact same muscles you rely on for walking, climbing stairs, rising from bed, carrying your groceries, and most importantly, preventing dangerous falls. Unlike walking, which tends to become easier and easier over time, the chair squat continues to challenge your body in a safe and controlled manner that actually builds real strength rather than simply maintaining basic movement. Let me paint a clear picture for you. Every single time you stand up from a chair, you are lifting almost your entire body weight upward against the constant pull of gravity. That, my friend, is genuine strength training. Walking, on the other hand, only ever supports a small fraction of your body weight because one foot is always planted firmly on the ground. This is precisely why a person can walk faithfully every day and yet still struggle mightily to rise up out of a low, soft chair. It is not because they are lazy or unmotivated. It is simply because walking alone does not train the muscles in the specific way that real daily life demands from us. Now, before you begin to worry and think to yourself, I am far too old for this, or my knees will never handle that, let me gently reassure you. The chair squat is actually one of the very safest exercises you can possibly do when it is performed correctly. In fact, physical therapists all around the world rely on this exact movement as a foundational tool for rehabilitation, fall prevention, and long-term mobility. You control the depth, you control the speed, and you always have the sturdy chair right there behind you for support and safety. It meets you exactly where your body happens to be right now, today, no matter your starting point. Here is exactly how you perform it safely. Begin by sitting near the front edge of a sturdy, stable chair with your feet planted flat on the floor about shoulder width apart. Keep your chest lifted and tall, your shoulders relaxed and down, and your eyes gazing gently forward. Now lean forward just slightly from your hips. Press firmly down through your heels and slowly rise up to standing. Do not rush this. At the very top, stand up tall without locking your knees, then slowly bend your hips and knees and lower yourself back down under complete control until you gently touch the chair. That right there is one single repetition. If you need a little extra support in the beginning, feel free to rest your hands lightly on the armrests. And as you gradually grow stronger week by week, you can eventually cross your arms comfortably over your chest. Now let me tell you something truly powerful. Research shows that seniors who are able to perform more sit-to-stand repetitions within 30 seconds tend to live longer, fall far less often, and maintain much greater independence than those who cannot. This single humble movement actually reflects your true biological age more accurately than many expensive medical tests ever could. That is just how important this one exercise truly is for you. But the benefits certainly do not stop with your legs. When you perform this movement regularly and consistently, your heart begins to work a little harder, your circulation steadily improves, your oxygen delivery increases throughout your body, and your metabolism becomes noticeably more efficient. This means better endurance, better energy throughout your day, and better overall cardiovascular health than walking alone could ever provide by itself. You are not merely strengthening a few muscles. You are strengthening your entire living system from the inside out. And here is something even more exciting to consider. When you challenge your muscles in this way, your body actually releases powerful natural chemicals called myokines. These remarkable little messengers travel through your bloodstream and help reduce harmful inflammation, improve your insulin sensitivity, support your brain health, and even help protect you against certain chronic diseases. Now, walking does produce some of these wonderful benefits, but resistance-based movements, like the chair squat, trigger a far stronger and more meaningful response inside your body. Let us also talk honestly about balance for a moment. Falls are without question one of the greatest threats to independence after the age of 60. A single fall truly can change the entire course of your life forever. Chair squats train your balance, your coordination, and your ability to stabilize your own body under real-world conditions. Every time you stand up and sit down slowly and with careful control, your nervous system quietly learns how to keep you steady and grounded. And that is exactly the skill you need to avoid those dangerous and life-altering falls. Now you may be wondering, how often should I do this exercise? And how many repetitions should I begin with? The answer is wonderfully simple and flexible. Start with whatever you can safely and comfortably handle right now. For some people, that might mean just 5 repetitions. For others, it may be 10 or even 15. The goal is simply to feel your muscles working without any pain in your joints. Aim to do it once a day, or at the very least 3 to 4 times each week. And over time, as your strength steadily improves, you can gradually add more repetitions or slow the movement down to make it more challenging. And let me tell you something deeply encouraging from the heart. I have personally seen people in their 70s and even their 80s who could barely rise from a chair without pushing up hard with both hands. And yet, within just a few short weeks of practicing this one single movement consistently, they were standing up smoothly, walking with newfound confidence, and honestly feeling younger in their bodies than they had in many long years. This is not about becoming an athlete or a bodybuilder. This is simply about protecting and preserving your precious freedom. Of course, walking still absolutely has its rightful place. It is wonderful for your mental health, your circulation, and gentle cardiovascular conditioning. But if walking happens to be the only exercise you are currently doing, then you are unknowingly missing the single most critical piece of the entire aging puzzle, and that missing piece is strength. Without strength, movement becomes harder. Without strength, balance quietly weakens. And without strength, your independence slowly fades away. That is precisely why this one simple exercise is genuinely better than walking alone for people over 60. Now let us be very clear and responsible together here. If you happen to have severe joint pain, recent surgery, or any serious medical condition, please always speak with your doctor or physical therapist before beginning any brand new exercise routine. Your safety must always come first, above everything else. Never push through sharp pain. Mild muscle fatigue is completely normal and expected, but genuine pain is a signal to stop. Now let us gently go a little deeper, because I truly want you to fully understand why this simple chair movement is so remarkably powerful. You see, after the age of 60, your body naturally changes in very specific ways. Your hormone levels slowly decline, your nerve signals become slightly slower, and your muscle fibers gradually begin to shrink if they are not regularly challenged. This is not a failure of your body in any way. This is simply the reality of biology. But here is the beautiful and hopeful truth that most people are sadly never told. Your body still responds to strength just as powerfully at 60, 70, and even 80 as it did in your younger years. It may respond a little more slowly now, but it absolutely still responds. Every single time you slowly lower yourself down and then press your body back up, you are sending a clear and powerful signal through your muscles and your brain that says loudly, we still need strength, we still need power, and we still need coordination. And your wise body answers that signal by rebuilding muscle fibers, strengthening the vital connection between your nerves and muscles, and improving the way your joints move together in harmony. Walking simply does not send that same strength-building message with enough intensity to matter. Now I want to speak openly about something almost no one discusses, and that is the quiet fear of falling. So many people over 60 secretly limit their own movement because they are afraid of slipping, afraid of losing their balance, and afraid of not being able to get back up. And when fear enters the body, movement decreases. When movement decreases, weakness increases. And when weakness increases, the risk of falling actually becomes even higher. It becomes a truly dangerous cycle. Chair squats break that cycle in the safest possible environment because you are practicing the exact skill your body needs in a controlled and protected way. And with each repetition, your quiet confidence grows right alongside your growing strength. Let me also explain why this exercise is so gentle on your joints when it is done correctly. When you lower yourself down slowly and under control, your muscles absorb most of the load, rather than your knees or hips taking the full harsh impact. This is completely different from activities involving jumping, sudden twisting, or hard pounding on the ground. You are building strength without shock, and that is exactly what aging joints truly need most. Now, I know some of you listening right now may be thinking, that sounds wonderful, but my knees hurt, or my lower back bothers me, or I have been inactive for many years now. And I want you to know that all of these concerns are completely valid. Your body has a history, but that history does not have to define your future. If your knees are sensitive, you simply do not lower yourself down as deeply. If your back is stiff, you keep your chest tall and your movement slow and gentle. And if you have been inactive for a long time, you begin with just 3 or 4 repetitions. The power is never in doing a great deal all at once. The real power lies in doing it consistently, day after day. Consistency is what truly transforms a body over time. Not intensity, not perfection, but simple, steady consistency. 5 quiet minutes a day, done almost every day, will always outperform one exhausting workout done once in a rare while. Your muscles respond best to frequent, gentle reminders that they are still needed and still valued. Let us also talk briefly about breathing, because this is another hidden secret to making this exercise even more effective. As you rise up from the chair, gently breathe out through your mouth. As you lower yourself back down, breathe slowly in through your nose. This simple breathing pattern helps stabilize your core, support your spine, and keep your blood pressure more balanced throughout the movement. Now imagine gently stacking this new habit onto something you already do each day. For example, you could do your chair squats right before breakfast, or while waiting for your water to boil, or during a commercial break while watching television. When exercise becomes part of your normal routine, rather than something separate you must constantly remember, it becomes almost effortless. And when it becomes effortless, it becomes truly permanent in your life. There is also a deep emotional benefit here that I want to honor. As we age, many people slowly feel as though their entire world is quietly shrinking. Certain activities become too difficult, certain places feel too far away, and slowly, without even realizing it, life becomes smaller and smaller. But strength genuinely reverses this emotional shrinking. When your body feels capable once again, your mind opens up once again. You feel more willing to go out, to meet people, to travel, and to try new things. Physical strength feeds emotional strength, and this beautiful connection is very real. Now let me share a simple way to progress this exercise after a few weeks, once your body feels more comfortable and capable. You do not need weights and you do not need machines. You simply slow down the lowering phase. Instead of sitting down normally, you lower yourself over 3 slow, deliberate seconds. 1, 2, 3. Then stand back up. This slow lowering creates a powerful stimulus for muscle growth and joint control while remaining wonderfully safe. Another gentle progression is to pause for 1 full second just above the chair before finally sitting down. That tiny pause forces your muscles to work even harder to control your body. Now let us bring walking back into the picture, but in exactly the right way. Walking is still wonderful for your heart, your circulation, your mood, and your mental clarity. But walking should support your strength training rather than replace it entirely. Think of walking as nourishment for your heart and chair squats as nourishment for your muscles and your bones. Together, they form a complete and beautifully balanced approach to healthy, graceful aging. Simply add this one movement before or after your daily walk, and you will begin to feel the difference within just a matter of weeks. Now, I want to take a moment to gently remind you of something truly important. You are not broken, you are not fragile, and you are certainly not too old. Your body is adaptive, it is intelligent, it wants to heal, and it wants to grow stronger. But it can only respond to the signals that you choose to give it. And this simple daily movement tells your body very clearly that strength is still very much required. Let me speak directly now to anyone listening who feels discouraged about their health. Perhaps you have tried exercise before and it did not work out. Perhaps pain stopped you. Perhaps life simply got in the way. None of that matters anymore. What truly matters now is what you choose to do next. And your very next step does not need to be big or dramatic. Your next step can be as simple as standing up from a chair 5 times today, with care and gentle intention. Progress does not come from dramatic actions. Progress comes from quiet, steady decisions repeated faithfully every single day. As you continue practicing this movement, you may begin to notice subtle changes before you ever notice the bigger ones. You may feel a little steadier when you walk. You may notice you no longer grab onto the furniture quite as much, and you may feel slightly less tired at the end of your day. These are all beautiful signs that your body is truly responding. Please celebrate these small wins because they are the very foundation of your long-term transformation. Now, before we go any further, if this information is already helping you today, please take just 1 second right now to tap that like button because it genuinely helps this channel reach more wonderful people who truly need to hear this message. And if you would like more simple, life-changing health and fitness guidance for strong, confident aging, please make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single new video from us. Now take one more deep breath with me, relax your shoulders, soften your jaw, and remember this truth. Your age does not define your strength. Your past does not limit your future. And your body is still fully capable of incredible improvement when you give it the right movement, the right consistency, and the right belief. You are doing far better than you think, my friend, and it is never, ever too late to become stronger today than you were yesterday.